Hello, welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank TV47 for all they do to help us put on our program. I'm very excited about this program, as I am all the programs we do, but this one is about an event coming up. I have Jennifer Morrow and Rachel McDonald from SAFE's Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company. I have to make sure I say that correct.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with me here today.
Thank you for having us.
Great. We're going to talk about them, and then we're going to talk about their production of Christmas Angels. It is, I heard Christmas music this morning, so it's time to be thinking about
Yes.
Christmas. I know. Before we talk about the production, Jennifer, tell about yourself. How are you connected with the Dance and Performing Arts Company?
Yes, I am from Birmingham, Alabama, but I've been with them for about 9 years, and actually the connection was made with the former director, Heather Adair, and now I'm a friend with Gina Sumners, and so I have been there now going on 9 years, and really I see this as just a ministry to me, and I'm just thankful to travel and love teaching students, love the joy of dance, and I've just been blessed to be there, but yes.
So what type dance do you teach?
I teach ballet, jazz, and lyrical. I also help them with the company prep team this year that we have at our studio, and I've done that the past few years, and that's what I'm a part of teaching.
Wonderful. And Rachel, you're a student.
Yes, ma'am.
And also a teacher, maybe? Or
I am a teacher, assistant teacher. Yes.
Well, tell us about yourself first.
Well, I have danced with Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company for 11 years now. I've also went and trained at Alabama Ballet Summer Dance Intensive 2019, and this past year I went to Ballet Magnificat Summer Dance Intensive. So that was huge for me. And
What's your favorite type of dance?
ballet.
Ballet.
I love ballet.
Oh, that is wonderful. And you're from here in Sylacauga?
Yes, ma'am. I've lived here for 13 years now.
Great, great. Well, I'm very excited about the production of Christmas Angels. So I'll let you tell us, what is the production Christmas Angels?
Well, as you know, I'm filling in for our artistic coordinator today, and she wrote the original production of this. We had our first production last year, and so she and her sister, when they were children about 50 years ago, kind of made up this little Christmas story while they were waiting for Santa to come.
Yes.
And so, but it's about displaced children, or about an orphan, and orphans that encounter a whimsical journey from a small town, and they encounter snow people, reindeer, and penguins, and then at the end it tells, ties into the traditional Christmas story. But it's Christmas angels wrapped in love, and so it was Gina Sumners. It was her idea, and we're just thankful to be doing this the second year.
And there's the flyer, Christmas Angels Wrapped in Love. It's November 15th at 2 p.m. at Sylacauga High School Auditorium. Tell us about the tickets now.
The tickets are available $10 in advance. You can call the studio, 256-245-1669, or you can email the studio at Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company at gmail.com. You can get those tickets in advance for $10, or the tickets will be available at the door for $15. And we just really, we're thankful that we have the Alabama State Council for the Arts that has given us a $2,500 grant to be able to share this program, this production this year. And we want to remind people that this is going for a good cause, that it will benefit the Talladega foster care children, the children in the Talladega foster care system. And so we want to remind people that this is benefiting not only our students, and especially during this time of COVID, when there has been so much uncertainty, and it has been really even frightening for a lot of students and youth and young people. But we've continued with our program, being safe, taking extra measures, and this is going to benefit these children that are participating from some very young, 4-year-olds to up to 16, 17-year-olds. It's benefiting them to be a part of this, and to also, they are using their gifts and their talents to be a blessing to these children in the community. And last year we raised several $1,000s to put coats on these children, these foster care children, and because we had the information in the lobby, we also helped to get some of these children adopted. So our SAFE director just shared that with me, together with working under SAFE, of course, since our studio is a nonprofit studio under SAFE here in Sylacauga. We are able to do this.
That is exciting, and I do want to stress, I know the grant you received will help to fund the production, so more of the proceeds from the ticket sales will go towards the Talladega County foster care.
Yes, that's correct.
And it's wrapped in love. That's coats.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It will be cold one day. It's a little cool now, but it will be cold one day. But that is wonderful. And so if you go, please do. You can buy tickets, donate there, pick up more information and please buy your tickets ahead of time, or you can buy them at the door.
Because again with the COVID, we will be at 50% capacity this year in the auditorium. And so you want to get those tickets in advance because we'll have, certain rows will not have people be able to sit on them. But we are just thankful again that we're being able to do this year.
Oh, me too. I am so tickled. We're going to pause for a commercial break and we'll be right back and talk some more about the production, Christmas Angels.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Phoning to Save at Tony Serra for Sylacauga.
Keep more cash for back to school with 0% APR financing for up to 72 months and up to $13,000 off MSRP on new Ford trucks. Plus, we've got guaranteed credit approval and up to $4,000 over KBB value for your trade when you upgrade to a new Ford.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Jennifer Morrow and Rachel McDonald from Sylacauga Safe Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company. I'm going to get that right before we get I have it written down right here, so that's perfect. We're talking about their production of Christmas Angels coming up November 15th, I believe. Yeah, very soon. So buy your tickets online or buy them at the door. Buy them online because you need to know the capacity.
Well, we do have our studio. You can go to. We're not selling them online. You have to email or call.
That's right.
So we don't have them available online. Our studio is online as far as our website, but
I misspoke that. But that's go online or call. That's perfect. Now I want to talk a little bit more about the production. Now, Rachel, you're in the production, right?
Yes.
What is your part?
I am double rolling this year. I am a benevolent angel and the Star of Bethlehem. So.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's fun parts. I'm
yes.
sure. Now we talked a little bit about this before we got started. A ballet, there's no dialogue. There are no words. There's music and singing, but there's no dialogue spoken. So how do you convey? I know when I read the little press release there, you've got the sadness of the orphans and the joyfulness of the family celebrating Christmas and things like that. How do you go about portraying that with no words?
Well, how I do it is I go into my own emotions and think of a time or to be able to feel a time where I was happy or I was sad, so I will be able to accurately portray that emotion so that I can give the audience the realest expression as I can, because I don't think any dance is complete unless you put emotion into it as a dancer. It's just that cherry on top and it makes everything perfect.
It does, it does. And I know a lot goes into the costuming. I mean, I've seen production, the white is the good and the black is the bad. That's a real basic one, but a lot goes into the costumes. How do you go about teaching that?
Yeah, well, a lot of it is in the choreography as well. Beyond the skills that you teach the students, there are certain movements as well that express joy and sadness, and even facial expressions. Yes, because the dancer speaks through her body, through the movements. And so this is also an opportunity to engage children and youth in this activity and help them to strengthen in this area of the dance as well when you're doing something that's more similar to a classical ballet, which a lot of classical ballets, of course, we know tell a story. And so this is telling a story. And so you know, it's something that's very good to help them learn how to express through their movements without speaking, but they're speaking through their movements.
It's very evident. You can see when they do.
Yes.
Now, you work with the younger students, do you?
I work with the pre-point students of Southern Dance and Performing Arts.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you teach them? I mean, I know maybe they're not very young, but if you've got the really young children, it's hard. Now, you're older, you would understand joyous times and times when you were sad and how to express that, but it must be difficult to teach young students maybe to do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to pull it out of them, but I don't know, most young students especially still understand joy and sadness.
That's true,
And so you just have to try to encourage them in that. And we do different exercises to help to give them examples of what to think about, sort of like what Rachel expressed earlier. And so we'll just guide them through that about this is the expression, this is what we're expressing, you know, and we just have to go there with them and we have to give an example. And
And I think a lot of expressing emotion as a dancer is a lot of the dancer's personal growth and maturity.
Right.
And so when I was young, I didn't know how to express emotions well. I got up on stage and I smiled.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
You get up there and you smile, you look at your mom, you take a picture.
Yes, but nowadays I'm able to connect with my emotions more. So I think a lot of expressing emotions has to do with a dancer's personal journey.
I think so too. I mean, just age, and then if you've been dancing for several years like you have, you've seen a lot of dance productions, a lot of ballet, and now you can kind of understand that. That's very neat, the way you do that. That's interesting. I know we talked about the what the students learn from a production. They learn, even in this case, they're learning about foster care. I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Yes.
And why they're doing it.
Yes, and that's, and even earlier when you were talking about how we're telling the story, of course we have props. We have a beautiful backdrop that's been painted by the art students at Sylacauga High School. And so we use other props that help the students and the dancers to express the story. And your question.
I know, I'm going to get back to the prop. That is great. I know the artwork and all that does add to it too. I forgot to mention that. But and y'all have a special painting.
Yes.
By Vaughn Purcell
Spaniard. Yes. It's a beautiful painting. You've got that for them to see, and she's a beautiful artist. And that is just been our logos on our flyer. We have the painting in the studio, and we'll have that out at the production at Sylacauga High School in the lobby for everyone to see. And I think it's really a beautiful depiction and at our studio, really, our vision is for all children too to understand that they're in a safe environment, to be reminded that they're loved. Each one is special and unique. And that it's a safe place for them to express their God-given gifts and to grow and to learn. And we just think this is really important, especially in the times that we're living in. And it's always important, but it's especially important right now. And so we're thankful to be a part of that. We love, our staff loves teaching children, have a love for children. And so.
I think that's wonderful. That's great. Just the picture of the angel holding the baby that's wrapped in love. That's it.
Yes, and again, it's children helping children. Think about this, because it is children, and I just want to encourage everyone with that if you're looking for something to do in the community that is going to be a benefit to the children of this community, twofold. Again, for students, we have students that are on scholarship at our studio. This is a nonprofit studio, under SAFE, and you're helping them to use gifts to also help the children of Talladega foster care system. And so it's just a win-win.
It is.
And, yeah.
I went to the production last year. I think it was beautiful,
yes.
beautiful. And I know it'll be all different people this year, or not all, but a lot of different people.
There will be different people, and we have a little scaled back again with COVID, and some are not able to participate. But yes, we're just thankful that it's going to go forth. And two, we put this on when we do this, amidst this right now, we really pull this together in about 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. It's and this is so, really, we're thankful for how well it comes off, because the students are involved and committed to a lot of other classes, and we have to step up and have some extra rehearsals with this. And yes.
With COVID, everything,
Yes.
I mean, you can't plan ahead with COVID, really, but I'm glad y'all did push on it and make this happen.
Yes.
And I think it's good for the students participating.
Yes.
I mean, because you're a beautiful dancer and have learned so much, but also for the people in the audience who don't have a chance to go to the ballet, maybe.
Right.
A lot. I think they can learn a lot.
Yes,
especially.
and because some things have been, canceled and postponed, and understandably so. But again, we are taking all safe measures, being under safe.
Yes.
We, people will have masks on. There will be limited. There's not going to be any changing in the backstage dress rehearsal rooms. We're taking the right safety measures. We want everyone to know that, and we're doing that at our studio as well, because we take temperatures and we have cleaning measures in. We want everyone to know that we are doing that, and we're just. Yeah, I think Rachel was going to share.
But I do think, despite all the safety measures we're doing, I think this ballet is going to bless just as many people as it did last year. Like, this ballet, I know last year touched a lot of hearts and helped provide coats for, I think, every single kid in the foster system.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm really praying that we get to do the same thing this year, so we get to bless many people. So.
And I think, were you telling me that some of the children were adopted a little, maybe not because of this, but it was.
Yes, I think this just gives exposure, so I don't want to, it brings exposure to sometimes a situation that people, or needs that people are not aware of. And so, again, there will be information at the ballet about the Talladega foster care system, and how you can help the emotional and the physical needs of these children. And we will take donations to SAFE or to this coat fund and to benefit them. And again, we want to thank the Alabama State Council for the Arts for the $2,500 matching grant, or we would not be able to put this production on. And so we're thankful for that. And we're thankful for Amy McDonald, who is
my mother.
Rachel's mom, and then that helped us to get this grant. And so she's come on board helping us. And we have Mary Love Hendrickson as our program director, and also Patrick, Rachel's father, is on staff with us teaching musical theater. We want everyone to know that at our studio we offer ballet, point, pre-point, tap, lyrical, modern, not modern, jazz, and tap, and even baton. And and now we have the musical theater program too, and yes.
That is neat. That is so fun. So there's just about anything you want to do, you can do it there. We're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Falling to save us at a Honda Silica.
Save all month long with new 2020 Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month, or rates as low as 0.9% APR financing for up to 60 months. That's right, Honda Civics from $21,300 or just $294 a month. Plus, get up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade when you upgrade to a new Honda.
The right people, a better customer experience, and nobody beats our bottom line price. Nobody.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Jennifer Morrow and Rachel McDonald. They're with SAFE's Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company, and they are part of their Christmas ballet, Christmas Angels. It's coming up November 15th, and this will be a fun event and a very worthy cause, I know. I wondered, how much do you know about the Talladega County foster care system, or is not really how much do you know, that's kind of a broad question, but do we have a lot of children in our area?
Approximately, now I'm not going to give a set number.
Right,
I think it's approximately 90 children. Okay. That we know were in the program in this past year.
And I'm sure that changes.
Some of that has fluctuated because some of them are getting placed, thankfully, and the more that we bring awareness, that helps with that, the need there. And that's why we're thankful. Again, we're thankful to marry kind of arts that helps, ballet, children helping children, arts that is being used in a positive way and it's good for our students we try to keep a focus on that. We have a little company prep and company team that we've been developing, which Rachel is a part of, and she's a part of the company team, and that we try to go out in the community and do things that serve the community and are positive, and they help bring awareness to other good charities or things that are happening in the community.
If people don't know, they can't help.
That's
what you need to do, is to be aware of that. And I know foster children have a lot of needs, and because the wintertime, that's a definite need, not a luxury at all. That's something we'll definitely need.
I do think the foster care system is often overlooked, and I do think this ballet really does bring awareness to it. And before in the past, I know with me especially, I kind of overlooked it, and then when this ballet came in and Miss Gina and Miss Jennifer were talking about it, it was just kind of realization. And then when we were able to help all of the children, give them all coats last year, that was just huge. And I really want the audience to realize, to know that we are not just dancing to dance, we are dancing to help and to provide support for these children.
That is so wonderful. I know you have learned that at your age, but the younger children too, all learning that I can do something for someone else using my gifts and talents. Yes,
and then it's fun for the younger children. It's joy. Dance brings joy. I tell my students, dance with joy or dance for joy. Sometimes they come into the studio and they are having, especially with everything that's going on right now. And so this is, again, another great thing, that these children are able to be in a safe environment and be reminded that they're loved, and it gives them an opportunity to express, and to dance just helps you lift heavy weights off.
Sometimes you can't put into words your emotions or your feelings.
Dance throughout my life has let me be able to escape from a lot of my emotions, and has just made me able to express them, some emotions that I don't want to express in words. And so sometimes when I'll come to the dance studio and I'll have a heavy heart, and then I'll just be encouraged by my dance teachers, and then I'll be able to move and dance, and it makes expressing that emotion a lot easier.
Well, I know it's true now because you've done it yourself. That is wonderful. Yes, all the boys and girls that are associated with that, and the young students can learn that. That is wonderful. I read in something that your mom sent me. It says one of the students jumped up during the production or during the rehearsal and said, "I feel like I'm part of something that will be historical," and indeed it will be. That is wonderful.
Yeah, and again, this was the vision of Gina Sumners, our artistic coordinator, who is. She has been here and has been teaching, what does she tell us, 50, a long time. And she's a great gift to this community. And so she's really served this community and the students and the youth of this community for a lot of years. And so we're thankful for this original production that she has brought about. Again, it's our second year to bring this about. and a lot of young students and even the older students. So the young students, are just getting to do the whimsical, fun things. They love they're getting to put on their reindeer. I had a student come to class the other day, my little jazz class, and she said, Miss Jennifer, and she came over with her little reindeer outfit, which they're adorable. All the costumes are beautiful. And she said, I didn't want to take it off. And I thought, yes, I can see why they are adorable. And so we hope everyone comes out and supports these children that are participating and the children that it's going to bless, that the proceeds of this are going to bless, yes.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And I want to mention, this ballet did not just start, just with on the stage. It happened with Miss Gina's visions and just several years ago. And it started with that vision, and then it created with the creation of this Michael W. Smith soundtrack, and then the backstage hands. It's just a lot of work, but it did not just start when it came on stage.
There are a lot of workers behind the scenes, right?
Yes, and this is something, even with dance, when you see people dance or the students dance, it takes a lot more, than just, you just showed up there and, teachers have to prepare, choreography has to be prepared, costuming, backstage volunteers, all the props, the backdrops. Again, we've had Sylacauga High School students that painted a backdrop, and so it's got really nice scenery. I think if the people come out, they will enjoy this, and it'll be a blessing to them and to others.
That will be. That's exciting. I'm glad to see. Just takes a whole community, doesn't it, to work together, which is great.
And that we want this to move into more offering even other students from the community to participate, but this was not the time to do this with COVID. Again, we've had to just do our students this year, allow our students to be a part this year.
Wonderful. Well, thank y'all for doing this for the foster children in our county, and for what you do for the students here in Sylacauga who take dance. We're going to go over one more time how to get tickets. It is Christmas Angels, November 15th at 2 p.m. at Sylacauga High School Auditorium. $10 tickets in advance, which you can get them by calling the studio.
Yes, they got the number up there? Yes.
Yes, right there.
All right.
Or emailing southerndanceandperformingarts@gmail.com. You can do that. Get your tickets ahead of time, and you'll be able to count. Everything will be saved, mask, social distancing, so that's great. Well, I am so very excited. I know y'all are excited to do it, and need probably to go have a few more rehearsals. Because you said they had to put it together a little bit quicker because of COVID, but I appreciate all the work you put into it and all the people behind the scenes too that make that work. So be sure and come to Sylacauga High School on the 15th, get your tickets, and enjoy Christmas Angels. We need to be sure and thank Gina Summers.
Yes, thank you. Thanks again, Gina, and for doing. She wanted to be here today, but couldn't. Yes.
That's okay.
And thank you again, Mandy, for
you're welcome.
bringing
I'm glad you were here, and thank you for joining me on Library Connection.